Welcome to Finding Joy and Confidence in Public Speaking. I'm your host, Andrea Houston, founder and CEO of Artitudes, and the host of the Lead Like a Woman Show podcast. In this segment, let's talk about interacting with and operating your visuals. Not all computers or software programs are alike, and none are entirely predictable. Preparing ahead for slow connections, corrupted files, and haywire animations will ensure that you always have a backup plan and an escape route. It's hard enough to keep your cool when giving a presentation, keeping pace with your script, concentrating on your voice, your expression, and your posture without also having to deal with technology. Unfortunately, you may find yourself in front of an audience with the added responsibility of advancing your own visuals along with your speech content. My highest and best advice is don't wait until the day of your presentation to practice speaking with your visuals. I can't emphasize this enough. If you'll be presenting virtually, set up a practice video chat session with a friend and test processing time. Always keep backup of files and gain familiarity with your equipment days ahead of your presentation. PowerPoint, Google Slides, and Keynote are all common visual presentation applications, and each has its own quirks. A common issue with all of them is the time it takes to process from slide to slide when you're presenting virtually using applications like Zoom or Microsoft Teams. You want to avoid the dreaded spinning icon that appears when the connection cannot support both the streaming media and the presentation software. If you're using PowerPoint to present visuals, make sure you have the presentation open in slideshow mode before you begin. Always use two monitors so you can both see your audience and your presentation. Position your visual presentation screen behind the monitor where your camera is situated so you don't appear to look away when speaking as you interact with your visuals on screen. If you're using Microsoft Teams to share your visuals and you have sound, such as a video trailer, make sure to slide the Include Computer Sound button to the right. In Zoom, Share Sound will be in the bottom left corner when you share. If you aren't presenting virtually, find out if the venue provides a remote click method to advance your slides or someone assigned to handle audiovisual advancement. If you're on your own, it's necessary to determine and practice when your visuals should advance. One way to do this is by using notes in your specific presentation software. Allocating your speech content along your presentation slides in the notes section lets you know exactly when to proceed to the next slide and coordinate the subjects so that the interruption falls in a natural pattern with a change in subject. Find out if you have a downstage monitor that can help you keep track of your thoughts without reading your speech word for word. This is a good idea when presenting virtually as well, but you'll want to open a second copy of your slides or presentation in the software in a presenter mode on that second monitor. Always keep a backup copy of your visuals handy and available somewhere in the cloud, as well as on your personal device. If you should require last-minute edits, make sure you know how to make minor edits yourself, even if you didn't build the presentation. When presenting at a venue, allow time to get to know the equipment you'll be connecting using your visuals to, and where the equipment will be in relation to where you expect to stand. Are you using a clicker to advance your own presentation? Do you have a full production setup where others are running the visuals? Getting to know your space is essential to ensure that you don't get tripped up by technical or spatial details. Once you're up and running, here are a few things to remember about interacting with your visuals. Do not read your slides. If you remember nothing else, please remember this. Don't read your slides. Your visuals should be simple references supporting your topic. You want your audience to listen to your voice, not to tune out and read what's on your slides. If you must put written statements on the slide, use bullets over full sentences. Make sure your text is large and visible, even for those who are visually impaired. Don't lose a piece of your audience because you couldn't fit everything on the screen. Rely on your script for that, not your slides. If I've introduced one new concept about interacting with visuals that made you say, aha, I've done my job here. Thanks for joining me for Finding Joy and Confidence in Public Speaking. I'm Andrea Houston, and I'm on a mission to help you understand what holds you back from your most inspiring presentation. In the next segment, you'll learn the importance of knowing where you are on the stage and in the audience's field of view.